What's up guys, welcome back to another Eastern video where we're going to talk about the best build for Crow, and we're going to be going over 3 game modes and seeing which one he's the best in. Alright, so for the gadget we have Slow and Toxin, which all currently poison enemies are slowed for 2 seconds, and then we have the other gadget, which is Defense Booster, which Crow gets a shield for 40% of incoming damage for 3 seconds. Now in my opinion, I personally think that Slowing Toxin is better because it is for it's better survivability. Now for the gears, I'm not really going to be talking about the gears much. We're going to be using the shield gear and the enduring toxins gear. Now these are really the only 2 that you should be using for Crow, because the shield really helps with survivability. Now you can use health too, but I would personally use the mythic gear and the shield gear. Alright, and then you have the star power right here, which this one deals 256 damage to people that have 50% or less health. And then extra toxic is if you hit somebody with your poison, they deal 15% less damage. But I would personally do the 256 damage with 50% less health. And then obviously you're gonna want the hypercharge on Crow. And if you don't have it, it's 5,000 coins. You can save up to get it. It's pretty nice to have in certain situations. So alright, let's get into a game. Okay, so we're gonna be playing solo showdown for our first game mode, and this was a pretty nice game. The Piper ends up not hitting a single shot on me. And for Crow getting the boxes, he's not the best at it, but he's okay if you get super up close. Now if you're trying to hit him from far away, you're gonna be there for a while. And make sure you always check the bushes with Crow, because if there's a bull that runs up on you, he's just gonna one-tap you and delete you out of existence, because Crow does not have the best health, so as you can see right there. So that's why you're gonna want the shield or the 50% regen gadget, which is really good in certain situations. Now as you can see, we're in a bit of a pickle here. We're kind of in the middle of 3 brawlers. The 2 up there are fighting it out, but then he comes down here and tries to attack me. The Shelly has her super, so I was worried, and this Piper has not hit a shot yet. She ends up hitting the cactus right there, which I was really lucky, because if she would have hit me, I would have died. I had no health. We end up killing the Shelly, and power cubes are really good. You're gonna want as much power cubes as possible. They're like life or death in solo showdown. And as you can see, I have 6 and this Piper has 2. This Piper has no chance against me. Because the more you have, the more damage and health you have, which it just boosts your character significantly. As you can see, this Gale is fighting for his life over here, and he ends up losing here, and then I end up getting my super. Now this Piper was thinking about using her super against me, but then she saw that I had my super, so it was just it was a lose for her if she did use it there. Now she didn't actually end up hitting a shot on me there. I lost almost all of my health. They gotta have those 6 power cubes or I would have died. I end up using my super against this Gale here, killing him. And then this Piper ends up using her super to get out of the trap, but she ends up just throwing herself into the poison cloud, which I didn't understand, and then I end up just hitting her there. Now the next game mode is Gem Grab. Gem Grab isn't the best, especially for this map. Now certain maps for Crow just do not work. This map, you really have to pay attention to your surroundings and make sure that the cart doesn't hit you, and there's just a bunch of different variables to this map that really do suck against Crow, because if that cart hits you, you're dead. There's no getting out of it. We do end up losing this game because of the Mankey that they have. He ends up just dodging everything. He holds all of their gems. He's just a super good brawler overall. I end up using my superhero trying to hit him, but he ended up surviving with 6 health there. As you can see, we have 4 gems and they have 5. And that ends up being our downfall in the end, because the Mankey ends up getting all of our gems there. The Poco ends up trying to go down there with his hypercharge, but ends up failing. We do have our supercharge here, and you'll be able to see it in a second. I end up not using my hypercharge there, but my super. Now the super is pretty good, but hypercharge is even better. As you can see, that crow uses it, and it deals massive amounts of damage to anything in its path. Even if crow dies there, the poison feathers end up just doing massive amount of damage. And we lost when they had 14 gems, so it was terrible. Now the last game mode is knockout. Now crow is really squishy in this map. He's not good in knockout for the most part, but this map is terrible for crow because he can't hit around the corners, especially against Tick. Tick is kind of he's an annoying brawler that really just deals damage all the time. Like, you can't like block his or dodge his attack if you try to. It's just terrible. Now, as you can see there, we won. Now this next round, it doesn't go too well. I end up dying from a Leon that sneaks up beside me. It just wasn't good. Kenji ends up dying, and the Tick ends up killing our 8-bit. So we end up trying to stay back a little bit here, because I noticed like the past 2 times I tried to run up, it didn't end well for me. So I was just gonna play a support. I was just gonna try my best, and this Tick just ends up killing me, and it didn't end well. I didn't know where the Leon was. I was pretty scared because the Leon definitely could have came up behind me and killed me just like that. And that's how we ended up losing the game. But alright guys, thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy this video about learning what the best build for crow is, let me know if it helped you. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any tips for me as a crow player. Consider hitting that subscribe button and hitting the like button if you did enjoy this video. Alright, thank you for watching. Goodbye.